Hi, my name is Isaac Arellanes, and you are watching the Permanent Brain Press.
Hi everyone, it's Chloe with the Permanent Rain Press. Today I am happy to be joined by Isaac Arianes. How's it going?
It's going very good. How are you, Chloe?
I'm good, thank you. I'm so excited to chat about my life with the Walter Boys. First off, congratulations on the season two renewal.
Thank you, thank you. I'm nothing but excited.
I know that Noah, Nikki, and Ashby found out, I think, at a photo shoot last week. So when did you find out the good news? Because the public only found out on Tuesday.
Yeah, I found out. I have to go back in my memory. Um, um, I did find out. I found out from my mom. I found out from my mom. Um, my manager had sent my mom an email, and she sent it straight to me. And then she's like, "Isaac, I have some news for you," and she's like, "Check it out." And I'm reading it, and it forwarded a message before that, or like an email before that. So then I was reading something like completely different, and so I didn't have a reaction. She's like, "What?" I was like, okay, like I think it was like a call sheet or something, like from like months ago. I was like, what? Why am I reading this? And she's like, look down more, and I'm like, oh. And then I'm reading it. I'm like, no way! Like I was beyond surprised that we got the news this soon. It's always a toss in the air. Like none of us knew, and obviously, like my love for the cast and the people that I'd worked with for 5 months, I'd call them family. So like being able to know that I'm gonna be able to see everybody again, and then just that the show is doing so well, like I knew it was gonna do well, but it's like going through the roof, and so I'm very blessed to be a part of it, and I'm so excited for season two and just to get started on filming and seeing everybody again. So yeah.
A lot to look forward to in the new year. Before we really dive into the show and your character, what can you share about your background and the spark that made you want to pursue a career in the arts?
Yeah, so I am the third of four kids, and the three of us used to be competitive dancers, so I've always been, somewhat comfortable in front of an audience. But my oldest brother Israel actually wanted to go out and try an acting class, and I saw him do it a few times, and I decided to tag along a little bit. And my first class I tried it, and I enjoyed it. It was call it meant to be, but it was kind of a bit random because I went from dancing to an acting class, and I love dancing. I did that for almost 8 years competitively, and so going from that to that is just completely different. But yeah, so I tried an acting class and I liked it. I from LA Acting Academy in Arizona. I'm from Arizona, and so she just wanted us to give it a shot, and I gave it a shot, and I really, really, really liked it, and so I just kept doing it, kept auditioning, um, and yeah, it's now my thing. So I'm thankful for this to be a part of my life, and I've grown beyond fond of the craft and everything that goes into it. It's so complex, but um, it's an art, and I love art. I've loved art since I was little, since I've been dancing, and going from that to this, it's just I'm so blessed to be able to. I feel like I'm kind of good at it, so I feel like I understand it, and I'm thankful. I'm really happy that this is a part of my life. So kind of abrupt, but it's something that I'm very fond of, and like my all-time favorite actor is Johnny Depp. Just his range and ability to play such a variety of characters. It's something that I hope to be able to do. So in an effort to sort of model my career after his, one of my dreams is to work with, the incredible Tim Burton. I feel like if I can successfully work with him, then I'll know that I have what it takes to have the same type of career. Obviously not trying to mimic it in any way, but I'm very inspired, and I'm so willing to go out of my comfort zone. Like just watching this man do what he does for so many years. It's just something that I hope to achieve one day. So yeah.
Definitely a great character actor to look up to, like you mentioned with the range. You mentioned, you're from Arizona, you're a member of the Coyote clan of the Hopi tribe. How have your upbringing, heritages, and communities shaped you as a person?
That's a great question. I'm really, really proud to be Indigenous and Mexican. I also have some Dutch German on my dad's side, and I know I embrace it all. Each part is what makes me me. There's a certain honor though that I feel of being Hopi, and like our tribe has been in Arizona for thousands of years, so our roots run really, really deep here. Two important pieces of the Hopi way are humility and balance, and both qualities I really want to have as my career continues to develop. So yeah.
And that's really great because I remember I watched this testimony kind of video you gave from a few years back, and about you said your father was teaching you the difference between being confident and being prideful and just being humble in what you do. So is that something that you also hope to inspire to the next generation?
Yes, no, 100%. This is a very it's one of my favorite topics. I'm trying to portray that uh being able to do it and do having some sort of fame and like none of that really matters to me. What matters to me is being able to influence even the indigenous kids and people around me. Um, that's something that hits really close to home because I'm a nobody and this nobody is, you know, I thank God, but this nobody has been able to be on a TV show and it's just it's everybody has different callings, and this is just mine, but like just to be able to show these kids that may not have hope that they can have hope if they just keep pushing forward. I know I'm moments in my life where I've lost hope and I just didn't really feel like keep like continuing to move forward and try and fight, but because I did, this is the outcome, and so just to be able to be that influence on kids that don't really want to try or feel like they're not enough or that the specific job that they have isn't cool enough or anything like that. Like, but everybody has different callings, and I just want it to be known to these kids that just don't feel enough that they are enough. And it's a deep topic, and it's something that could be I could talk about for hours, but if I could just get the moral of it, I would say that my goal with, God willing to have a, a stage and an influence on people that I can just show the younger audience that they can do anything that they set their mind to, and it is nothing but the truth. I've heard it and it sounds cliche, and they're like, what's this guy talking about? But it really is true, and like even just seeing recently with like the show coming out and just the crazy like everybody's been popping off, like all of my castmates and just the following that we've all been given, thankfully. Um, but just knowing that it's possible and that anything that I've worked for this for a really long time. Not that I mean, there's a lot of actors that have been working way longer than me, but like anything that they set their mind to, I want to be that influence that shows them that hey, if that guy can do it, I can do it for sure. And I'm a nobody. I'm wacky. I'm crazy. I'm wild. Like I'm a guy. I'm just a guy that set my mind to something that I was passionate about, and so just want to be that light to remind people of their worth. So
Thank you for sharing that. And it is something that I think how you kind of conduct yourself. I know you had an Instagram caption that kind of had the same motto in terms of not letting age be a factor and what you believe you can achieve. So just kind of putting that out there and spreading that message. What's really interesting is your family. It's cool that you have a nonprofit, Hopi Relief. Tell me about this organization and why it's important that you volunteer and be involved.
yeah. Hopi Relief, it's a nonprofit my mom and uncle founded during the pandemic in 2020 because our people did not have the adequate access to sanitation products, food. Um, and so as a result of COVID, there was just like a big drought when it came to, like I said, sanitation and the products that they needed to even live and just survive. And so what started as a one-time trip to deliver some COVID relative supplies, it sort of turned into an official organization. And it's important for me to volunteer because I mean, those are my people. Those are like those are people that I care about, relatives, even the people that I don't know. I've I just kind of have a heart for people, and when I see people hurt, I want to be able to go out there and serve. And I think being able to go out there and serve my people is an honor, and I'm just thankful and blessed that they welcome me with open arms. And I have some little kids. They're like I did an Apple TV Plus series called Ghost Rider, and some of the kids recognize me and like he's a kid from Ghost Rider, and so it's a smaller community of people, but one that when you're loved, and so like already seeing like not only me being there to just serve and like pour my heart out to people like through my physical work, but like seeing these kids' reactions to be able to fill up their soul and like the excitement on their faces is just of like I'm just some dude like but I'm so blessed to be able to go out there and serve and you know um do that. But yeah, Hopi Relief is it's something that keeps me sane. I love to like I'll even they have a warehouse now, and which is really really cool. We started out from nothing. We were just making boxes in our house, and now they have a warehouse. And so I'll go out there and make boxes and serve whenever I can. So yeah, Hopi Relief it's above all else. It's so we can serve our people and um the people that have kind of been given a kind of a crappy hand. And so like the closest thing out there is a Walmart that's like an hour away. And so it's just like it feels very unfair, and it is. And so to be able to like at least like give something like that I feel like isn't enough, but hopefully later down in the future with um you know doing more things that I can give out more than I have so far. So yeah, it's it's very close to home. So
It's hopirelief.org for more information. I was reading about the work that you do. It's so important. I know there's goals to create a food pantry. There's also the small business support aspect. So hopefully a lot more in the works in the new year as well that you can be involved in. Uh, Getting into My Life with the Walter Boys, what can you share about your audition and casting process?
ooh, that's an interesting one. I'm excited for these. I'm excited for these questions. So fun fact, I actually auditioned for Lee first. Um, wait, yes, I did. I auditioned for Lee, and then I went to Isaac, and then I auditioned for Lee again. I was like, nah, it's my name. It's so funny because people are like, his name's actually Isaac, and I'm like, yes, like it's just like a funny coincidence. But so I wanted Isaac really bad. I felt like that kind of fit. So I was really, really happy to, you know, get Isaac. But yeah, I mean, I had a great time. Originally in the breakdown of the character, it was like Isaac always has his shirt off. So I don't know. I think they should have kept that in. Like I would have been totally fine with that, but I don't know. Maybe season two we'll have a little bit of that action so we can live up to the original name. So yeah.
That's pretty funny. I wonder what was the motive to all of a sudden cover cover you up. You went into the wardrobe fittings and you're like, oh, there's clothing here for me, like
Yeah,
jackets
no.
and everything.
Like, what's this? I thought I was just gonna wear some pajama pants and some Uggs. Yeah, but apparently
They were
not.
like, gotta cover you up with
Yeah.
Jackie going
Yes, yeah.
around. Then you mentioned the name coincidence. I'm curious though, like what kind of dialogue did you read when you were reading for Isaac at the audition?
Oh, so I did all self-tape. I didn't I don't think I did a chemistry read for that, but um
They just saw it in your
I,
in your in your looks.
yeah. I think it might have been it might have been actual. Oh, I know what it was. It was the scene with Jackie. That's what it was. It was the scene where with the bleached hair guy where
When he's outside the washroom.
yeah,
Yeah.
when I'm talking to her and I'm like, yo, yeah, we made a bet that you would rather skip school than go with bleached hair. So I really remember that. That was a while ago. But yeah, so that was the scene that I did for the audition. It's
Yeah, it's
very
just her asking him. He was like, "No, I'm not gonna get anyone to
yeah.
help you."
I'm like, nah, this is all a part of me making the money. So yeah, very funny.
What drew you towards Isaac, like the character and the story script of this show?
Hmm. I think I'll say the funny one first. I was excited to, I was like, shirt off, cool, come on. Like, I feel like I can play that. And so, I'd say that was the first kind of like funny one, but, I'd say I was really excited to kind of play with with the dynamic of the brother and the dad. I felt like that could go a bit deeper, um, like the roots of that story, and hopefully season two will be able to unpack that a bit more. But I really like the brother dynamic a lot. I think that's a funny, like a really fun thing to play with. Um, but for Isaac, I like that I can kind of no nothing's for certain, but what I personally kind of created and I feel like kind of makes sense that Isaac I don't know if I'm supposed to say this because I talked to Mel a little bit. Mm,
You don't have to. We don't want to
so
like step on their toes
yeah,
for season two.
right. But what I will say is that there's more to the cool, super confident gets girls Isaac that it goes a bit deeper, and I think we would think so. You know, with the whole situation with their dad, and those two really are a mystery. Their whole story, and so I think what excites me about Isaac and drew me to him was the unknown of his character and where his roots go. And being able to create that is just super fun.
What similarities and differences did you see between yourself and Isaac in terms of his personality, values, and interests that we see in the show?
Ooh, that's a good one. So I'd say it's funny because a lot of my family members when they watch it, like I get people messages from relatives, they're all like, "Man, that's just you." But Isaac's like like wittiness, his sassiness sometimes, or he just doesn't want to do anything. I'd say that's me sometimes. Definitely me. Like I'm a witty person. I'm quick. And sometimes I can be a little lazy. I'm not gonna lie. So, I'd say with that, it came very naturally for me to make that feel real. But sorry, I'm still getting over being sick a little bit. But yeah, so I'd say that for sure the sassiness and the really quick wittiness, the slight little attitude. Sometimes like I sometimes a little sassy, but yeah. So I'd say that and um I don't really know about the bringing cheerleader chicks in the car and stuff like that. I don't know about none of that, but yeah, for sure the sassy Isaac, I'd say.
So in terms of that aspect, like he is seen as being a big flirt in season one. What can you say about this part of him and how you played into this attitude and mindset in the show?
Ooh, this is fun. I liked it a lot first and foremost, but um, I was I think we saw it the most in my scene with Grace um at the bonfire, and it was kind of I wanted to prove to Nathan that how to plant the seed, how to work your magic, and so I was trying to be the example, but it came pretty easy for Isaac, but I'd say uh you said how did he play into being like the flirt and stuff like that. Um, I mean, little of course anybody's a little bit nervous, but I think he really is a bit of a flirt. I think he knows he's got a leather jacket going, and he's got the smile and the hair and all that stuff. And so um if the rumors are true that he's bringing cheerleaders home, then you know he definitely knows how to flirt with a girl. So I think his confidence is very real. But yeah, so I think he played into that very well, being the flirtatious brother. You know, you see
Carry some of that confidence as well.
I do a little bit. I do a little bit. So maybe the flirtiness, like I'd say I'm confident, but I'm not too confident, but I'm confident, and so it was definitely fun filming that scene too, because you know I like the back and forth. I don't really do scenes like that where it's like I'm trying to flirt with anybody or never done a kissing scene yet. Never done that yet. I don't know, maybe season two. We'll just have to see. But yeah, so that was really fun working with Ellie who played Grace. And I met her that was the first day I met her was doing that scene. And I was like, hey, she's like,
So it
you're
really
a
was like kind of that initial meeting, little
yeah.
maybe
No,
little
totally.
spark between the two. I mean, for Isaac, do you think that there's a real attraction and soft spot there, or was it just to show Nathan how it was done?
I think it's a good question. I think there is a little bit of a soft spot there. I think he's curious. I think he was curious when he saw her, and you know, maybe he had a little bit of a buzz, so he's feeling a bit more confident. That could be another thing too, but I think he definitely thought she was cute. So yeah,
I mean,
I
he
think
folded really easily in the school halls, kind of giving up that information the
yeah,
others
he
didn't
did
want
though.
him to
He was
share.
kind of simping a little bit. No, I will say that I kind of forgot about that, but um yeah, no, so I think he's kind of simping a little bit. He wanted to give her the answer, so he kind of he caved. He folded really hard. He really did. So I'd say definitely he definitely finds her attractive.
I could see it there. I think they would have a kind of fun dynamic. It's not fleshed out in the show, but do you know if Isaac has any interests or hobbies?
Oh, Isaac the character, yeah. So originally when Props was asking me what posters I wanted, I was like I felt like Isaac, and originally in the script it was baseball that Isaac played, and they had switched it to soccer. So he like is interested in soccer, and so I originally wanted baseball posters because it was baseball themed and all that stuff. And then my I looked into my character into Isaac's room, and it was like a bunch of soccer posters. I was like, oh, like yes, I changed his sport of choice, but yeah, so soccer is a thing for him. You kind of saw it a little bit when we were all when the kids were playing soccer and stuff. Um, say real Isaac is not very good at soccer, but season two will have to get a bit better. But yeah, so soccer, I'd say likes to hang out with Lee and video games. Kind of just the average cool kid that just kind of does his own thing. Likes hanging out. Sometimes he's kind of like not in the mix sometimes with like the big group, but I feel like he has his own group going on there though too. So I don't know, maybe we'll see that too in the future.
I was a bit curious who he would be hanging out with at school because in episode one we get a glimpse and we see some of the Walter boys. We even see Lee hanging out with some friends. Where do you think Isaac fit in? Like, who does he hang out with? Who's his clique?
Maybe Isaac was it's funny because that's just not like obviously of course not really disclosed, but I say if I could personally choose, I would assume that Isaac was either hanging out with girls, trying to spit some game with some of the cheerleaders, or just a bunch of girls wanted him to go eat with them. So yeah, I think he's kind of I think he's kind of honey crazy. I think he like
He gets around. He's probably like moving his way through the
yeah.
school cafeteria trying to
Definitely
make
getting
new
denied a
friends.
few times. Definitely getting denied a few times. But yeah, so I that's what I'd say, and I think he hangs out with Lee quite a bit. They do have a good relationship. But when it comes to their dad and the complexity of having two completely different minds, a skater and a bit more reserved and sensitive, and then the trying to keep that confident, cool, like I don't really care. So I feel like having those two, minds coming together, even just with the dad situation, and maybe that's where his maybe it's a false confidence. And something that I've kind of thought about a bit. With he doesn't really show any emotions really. Especially when they got on the phone with their for Thanksgiving, they're waiting to talk to their dad, and he didn't answer. And I'm already I'm Isaac is he already kind of lost hope. I'd say, and he's gotten to the point where he just tries not to care. But you see when Cole tells Isaac that he actually he tells him that he's on the phone, that like he jumps up, and so I feel like seeing that we'll definitely see a bit more in the future. That false confidence be broken, and seeing and excited, like kind of, how do I explain it, like that Isaac had a false confidence and like, oh, I don't care, but you put somebody he loves into the picture, and he's getting all giddy and running in there like like a little kid. So yeah, long story long. um
I found that
yeah
dynamic really interesting, though, like you were saying, between Isaac and Lee, because he is more, he doesn't have as outwardly emotional response as Lee does. And a lot of that
yeah
could be, even though there's only like 1 or 2 years difference between them, that false confidence, a bit more maturity where he just doesn't want to deal with the disappointment all over again. How do
right.
you think Isaac feels in terms of how Lee reacts and how it differs from his own response to the situation, because he gets pushed up against the wall by Lee when he goes and exits that call.
I feel like I feel like Isaac didn't retaliate first and foremost because he knows and he's seen how deeply like it wounds Lee. And he's also been there. I believe Isaac's just kind of lost, like to lose hope, you have to have hope in the beginning. And he had hope, and he's already seen this game multiple times, and so he's already passed it. And when Lee doesn't understand that though, because he hasn't gone through that side, and so he is like, well, why don't you care? And I've Isaac's already cared for a while, and so that's where the the kind of emotionless Isaac comes from. But yeah, no, so when Isaac was pushed against the wall or shoved by Lee, he just kind of felt for him, like um, he knew exactly what he was going through and where that anger was coming from. It wasn't at Isaac. It's just that he was hurt, and so already going through that and experiencing that, it's just like kind of just eating it a little bit. Now, if it was like over video games or anything else like that, I think he would definitely retaliate. Like, whoa, 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 whoa! I'm the older brother. What do you think you're pushing right now? You know? So yeah, no, but it's definitely very sensitive topic for the brothers, and so there's a lot more grace and understanding for outbursts.
Which was your favorite scene to be a part of and why?
Mm. Ooh, I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna say more because of the day. I really enjoyed this day. So it was the when the holy crap. It was it was the I can't think of words. So it was the day, it was the first day that we saw everybody. It was like the intro of episode one. Um, and when uh Cole told Isaac not to bring any cheerleaders or try and take him home or anything like that. I really enjoyed that day because like everybody was on set. Like Alicia, Noah, Nikki, Corey, Myles, Connor, Ashby, Maya, Ellie, everybody, like almost the entire cast was there. And so being able to even film the like everybody getting out, like I'm a big fan of uh like Stranger Things and all like the rambunctious like crazy cast of like a lot going on, but it's all very like authentic. And so that was super fun, like just messing around, getting out of the car, in and out, and going in there, and then just seeing all the other cast. And so, but I'd say for like my favorite scenes to film specifically, I'd probably say the bonfire. Like that was really, really, really fun, and it was cool scenery. I've never done a bonfire scene before. Um, um, but yeah, no, that was super fun to have like that good chemistry with Ellie, who plays Grace, and so it was all real, and so it was very much enjoyable.
Yeah, all of those car scenes are great. I wish we got more of them in the back half of the season. But getting into the car on the way to the bonfire, did you actually kick Noah in the head on your way back?
Yeah, that was the one time that I did. And I felt very, very bad. I was like, bro, I'm so sorry. And he was clowning me for it. And
I
he
think
was
it just
fine, though.
added to the character and his line though. He was
Yeah.
like, "One day I'll be the oldest, and you all can bite me."
Yeah, and that was and I'm pretty sure Ashby ad-libbed that. The that you can't, that's not how age works. I think something around that. And I was like, bruh. And so I responded with like, shut the hell up. Like that was that little dispute was ad-lib during the end. But
It
yeah,
was
no,
all real.
it was all real. And like Ashby and Noah and I, like we all have that like brotherly dynamic, and Ashby's always messing with me and Noah. So it's like it's all very, very real at the same time. So makes it very fun. And even with
For
Connor too, when he told me to get out of the car, and he's like, "Nah, bro, you're getting out. You're getting in the back." I'm like, "Bro, this is dumb." So you gotta love cast chemistry.
It really comes through in this show. And I'm curious about for you as Isaac, what is his knowledge and awareness of the whole Cole versus Alex situation? Like, why do the others kind of tolerate their bickering actions to each other based on, this girl?
Oh, well, even when Isaac said again when he was giving him the money for the bet, um he's seen this before with Paige, and so seeing how Cole was looking at Nick or at, not Nikki, sorry. How Cole was looking at Jackie, and then seeing Alex, of course. He's very aware of this dumb brother thing. Like they just can't not choose a different girl, and Isaac just thinks like Isaac just doesn't get it because it's like why would you both grow really fond of the same person and then have to duke it out with each other. They can have this weird because I have two older brothers, and there's been moments where one of us thinks same girl's cute, but like we if I find out he finds her attractive, I'm like, I'm not even gonna think about them like that. So it's like it's a respect thing. And so for Isaac, it was very real. Like, what's up with you two? Like, why are you guys gonna like get your hopes up and like get off in the fields while you know that they're in the fields too? But I think Isaac also has talked to Alex about the page stuff, and so in the back of my mind, he knows um with how Alex feels about that whole thing, and so I think that again was more towards like Cole too, because you know seeing how it went about with um you know Cole messing around with Alex's girl, and not really knowing what the truth is. Oh, I didn't know, like you got caught. So I feel like that was Isaac definitely was like, are we seriously going through this crap again? Like you guys didn't learn the first time. So
Unnecessary
yeah.
conflict for in Isaac's eyes. Do you think that he's a neutral party, or if he were to pick a side, do you think he would side with Alex?
That's a good question. I'd say I'd say Jackie should just go for Isaac. No, I'm just kidding. No, no,
He's
no.
right
I'd
there, right?
say yeah. I'm like, hey, why doesn't Isaac join the party? Like, maybe Isaac's got a chance. I don't know. But no, no, no. I'd say probably. I'd say Isaac probably feels for Alex a bit more. So Isaac has a biological brother too, and so it's that respect thing. Like, man, I've seen this dude cry over Paige, and so like you're gonna try and take his girl too again. Like it's like it's very obvious. Like Cole, come on, bro. Like you're just like you get everything you want. Like fine, like you have a girlfriend. Like what's up with you? So I don't know. Yeah, no, I'd say he's probably more Team Alex. Isaac's Team Alex. I don't
I can
know.
see it, and I think that's a fair assessment. Like a lot of the other characters also don't know what's going on in Cole's mind and some of the struggles that he keeps to himself. I was curious about Isaac's decision to audition for Much Ado About Nothing. Why does he think it isn't a big deal to double cross Danny, who he knows loves the theater?
That scene right there is so messed up. But if we want to go deep, part of like Isaac's been hurt, by when you have a bad kind of upbringing, that all affects like your lack of care. You know what I mean? Like I've been kind of treated some type of way. Like I'm not gonna care if you like some theater stuff. Like I'm gonna try and get some theater chicks. Like I'm gonna try and find some hotties and like yeah, you like theater, that's cool, but like I want theater chicks. I think they're hot. So, it's that very selfish, like I want what I want, and just because you're an actor and stuff, like I can do it too. Like you think you're special, and I think it was also like a get back at him, like bro, I told you to stop saying that monologue. We didn't want to hear it anymore. I'm gonna prove to you that you said it so many times that I literally went and auditioned for it. So I think that was pretty funny, but yeah, it was pretty messed up. Me Isaac Isaac with watching it, I was like, bro, that's so messed up. Like I felt so bad that I did that because it was such a devious smile too. He was like, yeah, because I got the part. Mhm. He's like, I can't believe you. I'm like,
I know,
you know
but in
what?
Danny's nature, he's not one to go start a fist fight with Isaac in the living room. But in episode 8, we see it kind of come to this head where he struggles with his performance. He wants to quit. And yet Danny is there to encourage him, support him. What do you think that meant to Isaac after everything that had happened?
I think it was a realization for Isaac that like he's got a good brother. Like I was kind of, if I could say it in Isaac's perspective, he's like I was kind of like I was really messed up to him, and like I knew that in the back of my mind, but I didn't really care because I wanted what I wanted. But like he still wants to help me and like teach me, but also what's going on? You almost kissing Aaron, you know? That was another thing too. Like where I was actually watching that, I was like, yo, whoa, this is getting a little crazy. But yeah, no, I think Isaac was definitely how would I say it? Shocked. Like like took a step back, like he's actually still helping me when I like took his dreams. Like his dream of playing this role, and I what a brother. Nobody deserves Danny. I'm just gonna say it right there. Nobody deserves Danny. But yeah, so a little perspective.
He's definitely like the top tier Walter brother, I think, at the end of season one.
That's
Um,
Walter.
Catherine tells Jackie that Isaac and Lee are learning so much from her since she's arrived. By the end of the season, what do you think Isaac's learned by having Jackie as part of their family? And how has his feelings about her kind of grown and changed throughout the season?
I think I'd say it was very new to have, a girl in the house and with all of us and wondering how that's gonna go. And I think Isaac probably thought that she was kind of cute too, but I don't know, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. That's a big thing to say. Um, but I'd say as it went on and on, yeah, I mean, even when the spaghetti and stuff like fell all over her in Thanksgiving. Or no, I think they were just eat. Was it was
It was just
Thanksgiving?
like I think their first or second dinner together.
Yeah, that's what it was. Right. So they're like one of the first dinners. Um, he was kind of laughing about it too and stuff. But I think he slowly kind of gained like a soft spot for her because of his situation with his family, and I think that'll be a really cool thing to see, like a relationship to see later on. And even with Lee and their little conversation back and forth, like there was some like empathy for each other, and it's not the same thing, but like complications, they can somewhat understand each other. So I think in season two it might go a bit deeper, and so I'm excited to kind of rummage in that too.
I was gonna say I'd love to see the three of them speak Spanish to each other because we saw like a few kind of lines back and
Yeah,
forth. Episode 10 was the wedding. I won't get too deep into that, but Myles told us he had a little cupcake wars with you and he put a cupcake on the side of your face. He was really disappointed that it didn't make the final cut.
yeah, I was disappointed too, to be honest, because I thought it was great, but yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. I know Miles really enjoyed that because like Miles is he's like my best friend, like one of my best friends. I've known him for years. Like him and I did
You said it
Nickelodeon
was an
Convention.
yeah,
Yeah,
like a little camp thing together.
it was called the Groundlings, and that's where I originally met him. Like we were young. He posted like a picture of it on his Instagram story, but yeah. So long story short, we've known each other for a while, lived with each other forever. 4 months into like hanging out all the time. He was so excited to do that. I can't tell you how excited he was. But yeah, no, that was really fun. Very unfortunate they didn't leave it in, but I got a little sprinkle like flick, so that was fun.
Now, you used to model. Is this an area that you would
Oh,
like to return to in the future?
oh, hmm I would 100% love to. I've been kind of trying to work on a few things. But I love fashion. I love style. I love going outside of my comfort zone. And there's one of the things I say if people don't say I look homeless or look a little weird, then my outfit is just not good enough. So yeah, no, I love style. I would love to do some modeling, maybe some runway too in the future. Yeah, no, I would love to do that 100%.
I feel like if you did a Foot Locker ad, it would be like full circle moment because you did kind of
Yeah.
ad campaign in 2017. And what's also cool is I know you're really like also intentional about who you work with. You've worn pieces by a Hopi artist, Dwayne Koyawena. You've kind of done something with a faith-based streetwear company as well. So kind of things that align with your own values.
Right. No, that's it's very, very important. Like above all else, that aligns with who I am. I want it, whatever brand it is. I want their values to also be mine. Can't be just doing anything that's super controversial because it's cool, you know. So above all else, my values are what matters most, and so to be able to amplify that through clothing and modeling, that would be great.
We're going to talk about fan response. You got a bit of a hint of this with Ghostwriter when you were a teenager, a lot of Instagram accounts dedicated to you. This is like next level with the Walter boys. What kind of messages, responses have you received, and what has that support meant to you? And also navigating this space, especially
Oh,
one like TikTok.
well, let me get started on this. Very, very abrupt. All of this started happening when the season came out. I was shocked because I'm just a side character. I'm not even the main character, and you know people are making edits of me, and I'm seeing all. Some of them are actually pretty fire. Like so these people are really, 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 really talented, and I see them because my family members send me them if I'm not looking. So either way, I'm gonna see them. But even with trying to post a little bit of TikToks and just kind of trying to give the fans a little bit of what they want and seeing me now and what I look like. But trying to navigate it, I've seen like a lot of the comments like Alex, you know, uh they're like Alex for Nikki, Cole for Aaron, and then it's like Isaac for me. And so like I've seen that in multiple like videos of people saying that. I just think it's the funniest thing. No, I think it's great. But you know, people saying that they wish there was more of me, and hopefully they'll see more of me in season two, and then Isaac and Grace. It's endless. And so I'm trying my best to give the fans what they want and make them all happy. But yeah, no, it's been great. Like I've really, really enjoyed the exposure from people, and I'm glad that it's good. Like people think I'm a good looking guy is better than being like, yo, what's this dude on the screen? So like I'm happy. I'm like, I don't know why people think I'm like, you know, like I feel like sometimes there's like one scene. Oh, the scene the scene with Lee when we're talking to our dad, my hair was done. No offense. It it was like I had like a full. It made my forehead look so bad, and that's one that I see in all the edits. I'm like, oh, dang, dang, dang. But it was like it was because the hair like it didn't go anywhere in my face. It kind of was just like a box, and so it didn't do me justice. So if anybody sees just that one scene, we gotta show them a little bit more than that. But yeah, no, I'd say I definitely I think it's great that people want more of Isaac, and some people are shipping Isaac and Jackie. Some people are saying Isaac and Aaron. But yeah, no, I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for um what Mel, the owner of the show, does. And so yeah, I'm excited for the future and to see if they take anything into account or not for the future. So endless, and I love it. So yeah, laughing because this show is trying to convince us about the Cole effect when the real finest brother is Isaac Bai.
I mean, let's talk about
That.
the not so subtle hair flip at the bonfire. Was that scripted or did you just add that in?
Oh no, I added that in. I add sometimes like the little hair flip. So I'm like, yeah, no, I added that in, but I'm just gonna say people were saying the Cole effect is the Isaac's the finest brother. Cole and Alex are two beautiful, beautiful men. So I don't think I compare, but I mean, I'm flattered to be compared to those two. Those are two handsome dudes. So yeah, you can't forget about Lee either. So yeah, it's very kind. I'm very surprised that people say that. It's so funny. I don't really use was like kind of using the I was watch the video, but it was just them laughing. That was pretty funny. It took that long to figure that out. All right. Watching that Walter Boy show was a horrific experience. I felt my bones cracking with age. However, the guy who plays Isaac or whatever is as cute as a button. Wow. I think the show is pretty good, but to each their own. But hey, at least I got a nice little like a little compliment, and I mean, I hope that my presence was making her like it a bit more. Cute as a button, much appreciated. Um, I think the show was great. I mean, how can you
Feel like it's not like
not
a
think?
hidden negative thing, but then it was like a compliment was hidden in there as well.
Yeah. Super like, nah, this show was terrible. But like that kid though, that's also a part of the show. He's as cute as a button. I'll take the compliment. I appreciate it. I've never been said that I'm excused as cute as a button, but um, maybe like maybe they should rewatch it, give it another shot with an open mind. Maybe they'll
I mean,
like it a
there's a
bit more.
season two coming, so
Yes, ma'am.
something to look
So
forward to.
maybe she'll like season two more. I might be on it a little bit more. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I have to say, you're well on your way to becoming your mom's Justin Bieber. I feel like you already are. So I know that
yeah,
was a comment you made before, but
yeah.
one last quick question. If you could be any ice cream flavor, which would you be and why?
Oh, that's a good one. Hmm. I'm gonna have to say, um, that's just a question. I could choose. Um, I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with Rocky Road because though the road may be rocky sometimes, it's still enjoyable, creamy, and delicious. So, yeah, that's what I'd say.
We love a good metaphor here. Thank
Little
you.
metaphor for you. Creamy and delicious. Life can be satisfying and enjoyable. So a little rocky sometimes, but still life, still enjoyable. So that's what I'd say. A little rocky road.
Life lessons from Isaac. Thank you so much for taking the
Seriously.
time to chat. Really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
of course. I had a great time, and I wish we had more time. But yeah,
You
no, it
gotta
was.
get running, but for all those watching, you can make sure to catch Isaac in My Life with the Walter Boys. Season one is out on Netflix. Season two coming hopefully sometime next year, maybe the year after. I guess we'll see. But until then, stream and tell your friends, and we will see you next time.
Yes. Bye.